People think love and success come from luck, but sometimes the real story is this. The one who gets treated the worst becomes the strongest, and the one who laughs the loudest learns the hardest lesson. In a small southern town, there was a respected man named Mr. Howard. Everyone called him Sir. Everyone smiled at him in public. But inside his home, things were complicated. He had 2 daughters. The older one was Emma, quiet, kind, the type who listened more than she spoke. Her mother passed away when Emma was little, and after that, the warmth of the house changed. A few years later, Mr. Howard remarried. His new wife, Diane, came with a smile for the world and a cold heart for Emma. Diane had her own daughter soon after, Chloe, and Chloe became the center of Diane's universe. Chloe got the best of everything, the nicest clothes, the newest phone, the princess treatment. Emma got chores, scolding, and the kind of silence that teaches you to survive without asking for help. Mr. Howard noticed, but he avoided conflict. He told himself, at least the house is peaceful. But peace built on unfairness never stays peaceful. As the girls grew older, Diane made a plan. Chloe would marry into money, not just comfort, status. Emma would marry into struggle so she could stay in her place. And that's exactly what happened. Chloe married a wealthy businessman's son and moved into a large home in town. Nice furniture, shiny cars, parties, and people who pretended to be kind. Emma married Noah, a hard-working man who didn't have much. They lived in a small place on the edge of town. No fancy life, just effort, bills, and hope. Emma never complained. She and Noah worked day and night, and then they had a little girl, Lily. Emma's whole world became that child. One morning, a black SUV pulled up near Emma's home. Chloe stepped out like she was stepping into a photo shoot. Expensive outfit, sunglasses, a smile that didn't reach her eyes. She looked around at the worn porch, the small yard, the simple life, and sighed like it offended her. Emma walked outside, surprised. "Chloe?" Chloe stepped in, looked around, and said the sentence that cuts deeper than a slap. "Wow, you're really living like this." Emma stayed quiet. Chloe's eyes landed on Lily, standing barefoot in old clothes. Chloe chuckled. "My housekeeper's kids dress better than that." Emma's stomach tightened, but she didn't react. Then Chloe tilted her head like she was being generous. "Listen," she said, "I could help you. Come to my house every day, clean, cook, do the basics. I'll pay you." Emma felt something ugly inside her. Shame. But then she looked at Lily. A mother will swallow her pride for her child. So Emma nodded. "Okay." Chloe smiled. Not a kind smile, a winning smile. The next day, Emma arrived early. Chloe didn't even stand up. "Good," she said, sipping coffee. "Start with the floors, then the bathrooms, then the kitchen, and make dinner before you leave." Emma worked until her hands hurt. The house was big. The work never ended. And the part that hurt most wasn't the cleaning. It was the way Chloe spoke to her like she was invisible. That evening, Emma hoped she'd bring something home for Lily. Maybe leftovers, maybe something small. Chloe handed her a bag. Emma opened it. It wasn't food. It was cheap, low-quality flour and scraps Chloe didn't want. Chloe shrugged. "You people eat that, right?" Emma's throat tightened, but she took it anyway, because Lily was waiting. Days turned into weeks. Chloe didn't just give work, she gave humiliation. Sometimes Chloe would bring friends over, laugh loudly, and say, "This is my sister. She used to be a landowner's daughter. Now she's basically my help." Everyone laughed like it was entertainment. Emma kept her eyes down. Until one day, Chloe hosted a gathering and demanded Emma serve everyone. When Emma moved too slowly, Chloe raised her voice. "Come on, don't embarrass me. This is what you're good for." And then Chloe said it. The sentence that finally snapped something inside Emma.
You'll always be poor. That's all you're meant to be." The room went quiet. Emma froze. Then she slowly stood up, hands shaking, but voice steady. "Yes," she said softly. "I'm struggling, but I'm not your punching bag." Chloe smirked. "Oh, please." Emma looked her in the eye.
I came here to work, not to lose my dignity. Today's my last day." She took off the apron, set it down, and walked out. No dramatic music, no screaming, just a woman choosing self-respect. That night, Emma couldn't sleep. Lily was asleep beside her, small and peaceful, trusting her mother to figure life out. Emma remembered something her real mother once told her. If you have a skill, you have a door. Emma could cook, really cook. At family events, people used to ask, "Who made this?" and go back for seconds. The next morning, Emma and Noah borrowed a little money. Not much, just enough for ingredients. Emma cooked her first big batch, home-style chicken rice bowls and spiced pasta trays. Simple, affordable, and so good the smell alone made neighbors peek outside. Noah helped her set up a small stand. The first hour, nobody came. Then one person, then two, then a small line. By the afternoon, it was sold out. A woman said, "This tastes like comfort." A man said, "You need to do this every day." Emma went home tired, but smiling. For the first time in a long time, the tiredness felt worth it. Emma woke up early every day. Cook, pack, sell. Slowly, her name spread. People started texting ahead. "Save me 2 bowls. Are you open today? Can you cater my kid's birthday?" Lily started school with clean clothes and a lunchbox full of food. Noah found steady work delivering for Emma's small business. A year later, the stand became a tiny food spot. 2 years later, it became a small local place people recommended like a secret. Emma didn't become rich overnight, but she became stable. And stability feels like freedom to someone who's lived in fear. Meanwhile, Chloe's perfect life started cracking. The wealthy lifestyle was built on debt and appearances. Her husband made bad decisions. Money disappeared faster than it came. The big house became smaller, the friends became fewer, and one day the SUV was gone. Chloe, the same woman who once looked down on Emma's porch, was now standing outside Emma's little restaurant. She looked different, not just in clothes, in her eyes. She stepped inside, voice shaky. "Emma, I messed up. I don't have anything right now." Emma looked at her for a long moment. Chloe whispered, "Can you help me?" Emma could have done what Chloe did. She could have smirked. She could have said, "Now you know how it feels." She could have enjoyed revenge. But Emma didn't become strong to become cruel. She became strong to become free. Emma slid a warm plate across the counter. "Eat," she said. Chloe's eyes filled with tears. Then Emma added, "If you want work, I'll give you work. But here's the rule. No disrespect. Not to anyone. Not ever." Chloe nodded, crying. Because sometimes the biggest punishment isn't hunger, it's realizing you lost your heart along the way. Life is unfair sometimes, but your story doesn't end where you start. And the moment you choose dignity, that's the moment your life begins to change.